Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, LJ, Blue Ridge, Jasper, wherever you're at this morning. Good morning. Glad to have you. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. And this is the way to get in touch with us. We're going to have a 2-hour discussion today. And if you'd like to get in at any time or give your opinion of any of our topics, you can text me, 706-889-9700. It is right here, folks. We keep an eye on it. Also, chief@fetchernews.com. You can send us email, and there's all the social media ways you can follow us. Now, that phone number also is our 24-hour news tip line, and you can send me messages. Hey, what about being on the show one day? You would like to get in the conversation, or you would like to call in and talk to us? Text us, let us know what you want to talk about, and we'll see if our producer can get you on the show. Glad to have you. Now, last night, yes, let's go right to number 9 there, Josh. This is Dabo Swinney, right? Dabo Swinney, that's his name. Now, let me say this, the national champions, all right? We're going to take a couple minutes on this because there's a couple ways to look at this. The media tries to set up winners and losers. I know you're taken back by that. They try to set up winners and losers. They try to paint the picture, okay, before anybody puts any paint on the canvas. They try to do all of that. And what they also try to do is they try to create an illusion of character. Now, this is what I want to start with. This is the national champions, 15-0. 15-0, all right? Dabo Swinney there, former Alabama player himself, took out Nick Saban, took out Tua, all right? Took out all of the critics, okay? The bookies, whatever it may be. Now, your host here, I have never wavered. Now, Josh knows this. Even from before the top 4 were picked, I went Clemson national championship. I've always got tape on it, okay? I've always got the tape that we can go back. I went Clemson all the way. I did not change. Now, what does the win last night? Now, all of the noise out there on social media, the noise in the media, the talking heads. What does the win over Alabama, which beat Oklahoma, which Oklahoma beat Texas, which Texas beat Georgia? Whoa. What does the win of Clemson say about the game against Notre Dame? What's it say? Just say it. See, Notre Dame's not supposed to be there, and there was no competition for Clemson, and we'll see when they get up against Alabama, and Alabama brings a real can of whoop-ass, which the whoop-ass can was opened on the opposite sideline. And we had that amazing young man, number 3 or whatever, Tua or whatever from Alabama. See, I have nothing against the players, Nick Saban. We're not going to go down that road. But see, they build these teams up with all this great character. You know, when you watch the Super Bowl in a couple weeks, don't forget there was a time when Kaepernick played in the Super Bowl, and before the Super Bowl game, they had that interview with him, and they were building his character up. What a modest young man, nice young man, and his background. See, they build the character. And they did not have to do that with Clemson. At no time did they have to paint a picture of character of that man right there, all right, Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers and the entire organization. The media did not have to try to create an illusion of the character that team has. And ESPN and everybody out there tried to paint that picture for Alabama and Nick Saban, which we all know, Nick Saban and Alabama, not a bunch of angels over there, okay? But anyhow, those are the national champions, 15-0. Last night stayed up to the end. Now, the great thing that I enjoy is, let's go to number 7 there, Josh. Let's go to number 7. these two guys right here, okay, Trevor Lawrence and number 8, is it Justin Ross? These two guys are going to be, 16 is going to be throwing to number 8. Trevor Lawrence, a true freshman. First time since 1985, a true freshman. 19 years old, number 16. Okay? Overcome Alabama. They knew that this kid was ready to step into the NFL and pass up. And a lot of people say I'm crazy. Pass up college. Okay? That's what has been written about this kid. 19 years old, first time since 1985, a true freshman. And the Clemson defense, amazing, okay? Amazing defense. You guys were great. The whole entire team. It took the whole entire team to win this one. Defense, offense, amazing defense. Just shut Alabama down, all right? But number 16 never looked at, feel the pressure, never looked rattled. The announcers were never saying at any time with number 16, but he's 19, and this is his first time out here today, and he's probably got to shake a little of those. Look at that first pass. Sorry about that. Look at that first pass. Number 16 there. Look at the first pass. His nerves are a little shaky, and never had to say that about the kid. Number 8, Justin Ross, freshman. 16-8. Now there's several other receivers in play, but that could be happening 2 more years. Now they asked Trevor Lawrence, number 16, last night how many years he would wanted to win the national championship. He said 3 more years. That has got everybody buzzing because there's talk of him coming out, just playing 2 more years at Clemson and then coming out for the draft. But at least 2 more years. The 16 is going to be throwing to number 8 right there, Trevor Lawrence. And I want to give you a couple more picks here. Let's go with number 8. Number 8, look at that. Look at that rope that kid throws. Number 16, Trevor Lawrence. I wonder if down in Cartersville, Georgia, they are building the signs now, home of Trevor Lawrence. I wonder if they are. I wonder what the sales of that number 16 jersey with that nice bright orange that says Clemson on it. Wonder if the sales went through the roof last night on the internet. Not Alabama, number 3, number 16, that true freshman. I wonder if this said, 360-some yards, if not more. And Dabo Swinney, hats off. You could have shoved that last touchdown in the end zone. You did it. You tipped your hat to all your seniors, okay? All the seniors came out about, 2 minutes to play. You tipped your hat to your seniors. You pushed the ball down the field. If it got in, that's character, man. This guy's character, was it 44? I mean, this guy could have knocked that 50 mark right out. Could have knocked the 50 mark right out, but he didn't do it. Could have left these guys in and made Nick Saban have to go home and have the headlines in Alabama this morning. All the papers say, hey, you know what? 50. But he didn't do it. But here's Trevor Lawrence, number 16. How many of those jerseys flew off the shelf? And Dabo Swinney tipped his hat to the seniors. And one more here. I know I'm putting a lot of time in a national championship. There's a reason. Off number 6, Lawrence right there. How many of those jerseys are coming off the shelf saying Lawrence, number 16, right now? Look at that throw right there. Number 32, they're trying. And the kid's arm strength. And one more, number 5. Look at that right there. I got it. I'm going with it. 16-8. 16-8 there for 2 more years. Justin Ross. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Ross power Clemson to monster win over Alabama for national championship. Now, everybody I spoke to, okay, who do you want to win the national? Who's going to win the national championship? And almost everybody I spoke to said, "Are you asking me who I want to win or who I think will win?" It's the reason I spent a little time here on the national championship. I'm going to parallel it to something. Who do I think will win, or who do I want to win? All right? And I would hear, I want Clemson, but I really think Alabama will win. Okay. I want Clemson, but I think Alabama will win. All right? Now, over and over, last night people were shocked, just absolutely shocked, because the media painted this whole picture about Alabama, this whole picture of Nick Saban, okay? This whole picture was set up last night. Now, I'm going to say, out of every 10 people asked, unless you're from Clemson, Clemson fan, and you're wearing the orange, but you take the orange out of it, I'm going to say 7 out of 10 people that did not have a tie to Clemson football like UGA fans, 7 out of 10 went with Alabama. I'm going to say 7 out of 10 picked Alabama. Only 3 picked Clemson. I would be one of those 3. All right? And I was clear, direct. I never wavered. That's how I am, all right? I never wavered on this decision here. Clemson's going to win, period. Boom, all right? So, hey, watch Clemson throughout the year. Watch them with Notre Dame. I didn't think Notre Dame was shabby at all. I thought that was a good football team. And I just listened to all the argument. Notre Dame shouldn't be in it. You know what was going around? I like the Notre Dame was going around. It's going around the internet. What should be in a bowl and shouldn't be in a bowl. Lucky Charms should be in a bowl. Notre Dame should not. I mean, I read all those, right? So what's this say about Notre Dame playing Clemson in the top 4? So many people got all this wrong. All right? The national championship, totally wrong. And had it painted, and the picture was painted, and who would win. They told you who would win before the game started. They had it wrong. Clemson won. The character came through. The truth came through. The team came through 15-0, not since 18, like it's been 100 years, like 100 years since a team is a 15-0 national championship team. All right? Dabo Swinney. So, the media, the sports media, painted Alabama the winner, highlighted Alabama the winner. 7 out of 10 people highlighted Alabama as the winner. Clemson is the winner this morning. They cleared it up. They settled the score, and it's done. Now, before I move on to what parallels I'm making, as silly as they may sound, the media does what they do no matter if you're watching a sporting event, no matter what happens. The one reason I'm going to come clean on this, the one reason I really enjoy watching Clemson football is, as I've told many of my friends and many of you out there in our area in North Georgia, you've had the opportunity, many of you have had the opportunity to watch, okay? Many of you have had the opportunity to watch Trevor Lawrence play at Cartersville. Now, last night, I don't know about the Cartersville Stadium, folks, okay? I just want to check, see if any of my text messages pertain to some things that I need to know, okay? Last night, they were talking about Cartersville, Georgia. Number 16, let's go back to any picture with Trevor Lawrence. I don't know what number it is. Just pick anyone with this kid. True freshman right there, 19 years old. He was a starter. He started in Cartersville, okay, for the Cartersville Hurricanes, all right, as a freshman there. True freshman, starting quarterback, Cartersville Hurricanes. Started all 4 years of his high school career. Now, I'm going to say Cartersville Stadium may hold 10,000. I could be off, but it may, even with the visitors, I don't know, may hold 10,000. I watched him play in Cartersville. I'm positive it was in Cartersville 3 times. I watched this young man play in his high school career. It was amazing. I was on the sideline, not up in the stands. I was down on the sidelines. I watched this kid roll out to the right, watched him play. But the point is I'm going to guess there's not many games in his career in high school that he even touched 10,000. No matter what you say, this kid never touched. I mean, the Cartersville, even a state championship, Cartersville Hurricanes, I don't know if they put 7,000 in the stands. I'm not for sure on Friday night. But I'm telling you, this kid's probably averaged 5,000 to 10,000 tops to me in his high school career watching him play football. And most of those bigger crowds were probably during the playoffs or something, okay, or when they traveled. So that being said, this kid went to the national stage, played in front of 100,000, went to Texas Stadium, Dallas, Texas Stadium last week before last, played in front of 100,000, against Notre Dame. They got knocked. Clemson got knocked that, hey, you know what? You're playing against Notre Dame. They shouldn't be in it. This kid goes for the interview, and he's looking up for the confetti. And the announcer has to say to him, that's national championship, Trevor. You'll get it there. Okay, I'll wait for that. The kid then goes on the big stage last night in front of the nation at 19 years old and just puts on a close to 400-yard passing, no interceptions. I think 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. Anyhow, all right, so big time, big kid, big pick. The media created an illusion. They did not pick 7 out of 10. I predict that Donald Trump will be the winner in the government shutdown. And I don't want to take the two subjects and put them together. So I'm going to take a brief break. Hats off to Trevor Lawrence. Hats off to you guys down there in Cartersville. Georgia, whether you're Georgia fans, Georgia Tech, Georgia Southern, if you are in Georgia today, you need to be excited. You need to put your colors down. Be excited. This kid from Georgia. I want to know, Josh, I was asking you later, and you brought something up. I don't want to say the words, but you said, hey, it wouldn't be that bad. But I wonder which NFL team, tell me which NFL team will lay down, do you believe it happens, will lay down their entire season the year that kid comes out in the draft. The two. You negotiate for 2 picks, 16 and 8. Those are both true freshmen. Both of those kids, true freshmen. Number 8, what's his name again, Josh?
Justin Ross.
Yeah, Justin Ross. True freshman to true freshman. Okay? So who will lay down their NFL season to get that number 1 pick? And don't tell me that somebody won't do it, or don't tell me that NFL, how many NFL, not scouts, that's over. The scout, you don't need scouts. How many NFL front offices today are figuring out how do you negotiate, and you think I'm crazy that it's not happening. Oh, that's not happening. That's premature. Let me tell you something. The NFL, there's teams in the NFL trying to figure out, okay, he's coming out in this draft and this year. We need him to come out this year, and we could probably negotiate to get that top pick. Really? Okay, I'm your host, BKP. I don't want to associate too much of the sports here with the government shutdown, but we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about the government shutdown. The president wants prime time. We'll get to it. I know I had to talk football this morning, okay? The president wants prime time, airtime. I'm trying to get past the football. But, Josh, I think Nick Saban was hoping that they would preempt the game about third quarter last night and just let the president have his speech. President Donald Trump is going to speak to the nation. I think it's at 9 o'clock Eastern. I don't know. He's going to speak to the nation from the Oval Office concerning the crisis on the southern border that we do have, okay, regardless of what lies the media is telling you. We do have a crisis there. We have a crisis in this country. As our country collapses, why they surround us with the burden of $150 billion a year in cost that we can no longer sustain is a crisis, not the Democrats, but it is a crisis. That being said, tonight at 9 o'clock, the President of the United States is going to address the American people from the Oval Office, and guess what? Nick Saban's saying, why didn't you do that last night, like third quarter, so people couldn't see this happen? I'm your host, BKP. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less. Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet. Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas, stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza.
$5 each.
Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you would ever like to contact the show and get in touch, get involved in the conversation, you can go to, you can text us 706-889-9700, chief@fetchernews.com, and there's all the social media ways you can follow us on our YouTube channel. We always archive all of the shows here. And if you'll hit subscribe anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you will get a notification on YouTube. Now, that being said, let's move along here. Now, the President of the United States, let's go with number 31, and just briefly, we're going to touch on this. This is Imagine Dragons, okay? So we've gone from Puff the Magic Dragon to Imagining the Dragons. Magic. We've gone from Puff the Magic Dragon, who lived by the sea. All right? Remember that one? Our parents got all bent out of shape. Puff the Magic Dragon, is that about drugs? Is that drugs? We have Puff the Magic Dragon. And now we have Imagine Dragons. Who would have thought? We're going to talk about that at the end of the show. Halftime shows. Why can't you just entertain and not have to? I don't need your message, okay? So we're going to talk more about that at the end of the show. Number 54, folks, the moose out front should have told you we were closed. The moose out front should have said, hold on there. The moose out front should have said, but the moose was broken because number 53, we found Clark there trying to get into the park, and he punched the moose in the nose. The government shutdown's got people riled up. As you can see, people are all angry over this, and they can't get in the park because the park is closed, and Clark Griswold is all upset, punched the moose right there in the kisser. Number 36, I don't know what it says. Trump will visit the Texas border tomorrow on Thursday. He's going to go to Texas. Trump will be in Texas on Thursday. But tonight, the President of the United States, okay, let's just go with, just have a picture of our president up there. Okay, let's go with number 30. So, here, MSNBC at 6:17 this morning, Morning Joe, and at 6:17, they have been railing since 6 o'clock. Networks give Trump airtime to claim border is in crisis, to claim it, okay? So the President of the United States has never, and this is something somebody said to me the other day, said, you know, the President needs to address the nation, okay? Now, this is generational, so for my generation, okay, we take a presidential address serious, all right? You're supposed to come on national TV, preempt Happy Days. Oh, didn't you hate that? You know, and there was no DVR. I mean, just about time that Fonzie's going to jump the shark, the president's going to give a national address. But anyhow, all jokes aside, back then we had no DVR. Back then we could not go back and watch it later. And there was just nothing we could do. We had to watch that president. But the president would come on prime time, and he would look you in the eye. That was the whole idea. From the Oval Office, you got a desk there. It's nobody but you and the President of the United States. And he looked at the American people, and he stated the crisis or stated the situation and explained what needed done or what had to happen. Now, sometimes it came from the Oval Office, or sometimes it was in a room with the presidential seal, you know, as I call it the George Bush 12 minutes and 43 seconds, whatever it is, that he came out and gave the American people only 12 minutes and 40-some seconds, that the sky was going to collapse and the banking industry and the world would end tomorrow if we didn't give King Henry Hank Paulson $800 billion. You remember that night? He come out white as a ghost, and, you know, all of a sudden there was a revelation that he knew that everything was going to collapse. And he gave you and I 12 minutes, all right? That being said, it's one of my one that sticks with me. I'm not a big George W. Bush fan. Anyhow, networks to give Trump airtime to claim border in crisis. That's tonight at 9 o'clock, I think. So it's you and the president. And we, my generation, may be older, maybe a little younger, but we take a presidential address serious. Now, my hope is that the president uses this platform that he has with the American people, and he does just that. He takes presidential address very serious, and he comes to the people and he lays out the crisis at the border as it is, as you and I know what's going on and what has to happen there for our country not to collapse internally. Now, Democrats do not want to, they want to talk about trucks that might come across the border, that we could put sensors and stop drugs coming in. They want to divert your attention away from the true crisis. Now, we don't want, our side does not want drugs coming through no matter where. And that's what kind of gets me sometimes with Democrats. If a terrorist comes in, if just one gets in, you know, they're going to emphasize that they stopped 9. but all we need is one. And one is too many. Drugs get in, and no matter where they come from, they're coming in all over the place on the southern border, okay? Drugs, potential terrorists, okay? Health hazards or health problems, whether you like it or not. If you look, there's cases, do the research of cases of tuberculosis that has come across that border. Absolutely. You don't have to like that or not, but they're showing up with illnesses, all right, at the border. There's a national crisis at our southern border. Democrats don't want to face it. Now, Republicans tried to face it in 1986 and has yet to do anything after that. Ronald Reagan attempted to handle the border crisis in 1986, and the Democrats reneged on the stopping and securing the border part. The amnesty side of 1986, they went through with that. But the stopping the flow across the border, it never happened. There has been billions of dollars since the 1986 immigration plan with Ronald Reagan and Tip O'Neill on the southern border. There's been billions of dollars since that time in budget after budget after budget for border security. See, this president knows this. So when we're talking $5.7 billion, it's probably not, a third or even 25% of what we really need to get the job done. But this is going to be the first time. This is why Democrats, let me tell you exactly to a T, why Democrats, okay, can't handle this. Because this will be the first time that there'll truly be $5.7 billion spent. This guy knows what he's doing. It'll truly be spent on border security. Now, if you go and you look at the budgets over, let's just take 1986, Ronald Reagan, all the way up through to today, every omnibus bill, every budget has had national security money placed in the budget. But somehow, some way, it's never been spent appropriately, never done what it was allotted to do. And here's the fear the Democrats have, is he'll actually take the 5.7 and do what he says. That's the fear. If they thought, let me just say this, if they thought they could put $5.7 billion, now take this to the bank. They used to say you could take this to the bank. If the Democrats for 1 minute think that they could take $5.7 billion and put it into a budget and give it to Trump and call it border security, even if they want to, because what you're hearing is, you're hearing all the clips of Democrats from years gone by saying we need a wall. You're hearing all the clips of Democrats from years gone by saying we need border security. You're seeing all the clips and all the newspaper articles from years gone by where Democrats voted for money to build barriers on the southern border. So what's the big deal? Because the money was never appropriated to do what was needed to be done on the southern border. It was there. I mean, it was appropriated, but it was never used properly. Never. So what's the big deal? If they felt that this guy on the screen would get $5.7 billion, if they went to the White House today and said, Mr. President, if we throw the budget out, it's too late now, but if they'd have went a while back and said, look, Mr. President, if we throw the budget out, most of the American people never travel to the southern border. We'll get the media to do some optical illusions with a wall being built. We'll do a Hollywood stunt. We'll find 50 feet, 100 feet, and we'll keep showing pictures of a wall being built somewhere down there. Okay, that nobody will believe the little film crews that go down there that swear it's not, because it'll be internet, and we'll say, hey, that's internet conspiracy theory, whatever. Now you may think I'm off, but there was a possibility if they would have went to him and said, look, we're going to put $5.7 billion in there. If you don't use it for the wall, we'll say it is, but don't use it. And if he'd have said, Hey, I'll do just like every other president before me. Nothing. They would have probably put some money in there for him. But here's the thing, is he's going to do something with it. And that's their problem. Trust me, not giving him the 5.7 is not the problem. He's going to do what he said with the 5.7 because the money's been in there before. So here it is. Now listen, let me get to this, all right? Getting off track here. Look at the bottom. Networks give airtime to claim border in crisis, all right? The media is bent out of shape today. They are going crazy over the networks. All right. At first, the network said they're not going to give him time for a political stunt or, to get a political agenda for his political agenda. But I guess they caved. All right. But they're all going to give him the 9 o'clock slot. So what do they do? They started this morning, CNN, ABC, NBC, MSNBC. I watched all of them. They started that it's going to be lies. I mean, it was before the man looks in the camera at the American people, he's lying to you. They went off this morning, CNN, MSNBC, they're all going off. How can we trust what he says? It's all going to be lies. The Democrats are going nuts. They want rebuttal time because it's going to be lies. Nothing but lies. Anything he says to you tonight is a lie. And I'm telling you, and I watched the narrative, okay? I watched the narrative this morning of what they are doing. And let me see this. And give me number 38, 5 a.m. this morning, okay? Democrat rebuttal, all right? And that was at 5 a.m. on CNN. And the first thing they wanted to do this morning, all of the networks, is paint the picture that Trump's lying. Why, we haven't even heard what he's going to say. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. We know it's a lie. They went on, MSNBC, they went on to do timelines of how bad the president lies, all the things he's lied about. So the Democrats want equal time. They're going nuts. And they want rebuttal. Whatever time they give the president, they want rebuttal, okay? And give me number 37. This was at 5 a.m. this morning, Democrat rebuttal. All right. And let's go with Fox. Fox carrying the water, whether you want to believe it or not. Let's go with number 34. Now, I took snapshots of this because every network came out with it this morning. Demanding equal time, okay? Demanding equal time. Now that the television networks have decided to air the president's address, which if his past statements are any indication, number 35, will be full of malice and misinformation, Democrats must immediately be given equal airtime. Now, this is going to be a national disgrace tonight for the simple reason I don't know who will do it first. I don't know if ABC, NBC, CBS, I don't know if the networks will do it. We call them the networks. All right, and MSNBC, if they will do it, but there's going to be one or two, and I suspect CNN, there's going to be some live rebuttal. They're going to set up, somebody is going to air this and do live rebuttal as the president's actually speaking. Remember, Joe Scarborough did that when the president was somewhere giving a speech overseas at one time. He did live rebuttal, okay? Watch and see what happens. They're demanding equal airtime, saying the president will do nothing but lie, okay? I'm going to give you CNN. All right, CNN, and we're going to do this first. This is number 49. I don't know if I just showed this, but Democrats demand equal time. CNN started right out of the gate this morning with it. CNN will take Democrats' response to Trump's address live. So CNN has already committed equal time for the Democrats, okay? Because, and I'm telling you, you got to pay attention this morning, because what will happen, okay, and what has already happened is all day long the media is doing, the deep state media is doing everything to convince you that no matter what, and when I say you out there, I'm talking about the people that are out working today that get that 30-second top of the hour on a radio somewhere, okay? Or get that, you know, or listening to Imagine Dragons in the office over the intercom, and it's now top of the hour. In ABC News break, top of the hour, the president will give a Oval Office address tonight. Democrats are asking for equal time to rebut what they feel will be mistruths and lies from the president. So you get home, and why would you sit down at 9 o'clock and watch a guy when everywhere you turn today, you will be told that everything he says is a lie, and they are helping carry the water, okay? Democrats demand equal time. Now here is the same thing, but the CNN carried that water this morning, all right? Number 50, same thing. Now that the television networks have decided to air the president's address with his past statements, if his past statements are any indication, and there it is, number 51. I just wanted to show you CNN's doing the same thing, carrying the water. Number 52, Nadler, number 52, right there, 5:04 a.m. He come out, and he blatantly, if you listen to Jerry Nadler, called the president a liar. He says the president lies to the American people all the time. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting what these people are doing. The president lies all the time to the American people. He's not to be trusted. This is Jerry Nadler, and he is the Democrat Judicial Committee chairman. See how that has changed? Judicial Committee chairman right there. Jerry Nadler. Well, the president lies to the American people all the time. So if the chairman of the Judicial Committee is just already determined that the president does nothing but lie, obviously when he starts playing his little investigation games, he'll have a predetermined outcome that the president's a liar no matter what goes through his committee. All right, Jerry Nadler there. And, you know, and I showed on MSNBC, I think I showed it this morning. Let me see if there's anything else before I take a break, because I want to go through something else here today. It's very important to me that I want to get out. This is the narrative. Let's go to number 29. Number 29. And if you look, this is Minka. They started at 6:05 this morning. They spent 30 minutes calling a lie. New data erodes administration's case for border wall. You see, this is what they come on and they talk about what a liar is, and new data erodes administration's case for border wall. Okay? And I'll go into that in just a minute. Tonight we'll air number 23. They are doing everything. Now, MSNBC did everything this morning. CNN has done the same thing in the other networks. But basically, MSNBC took the lead this morning with Joe and Minka demanding that the networks not air this. They are demanding you don't hear what the President of the United States has to say. I'm serious. I mean, they're gone nuts over there that the networks need to pull this, that the ratings are not as high as you think they're going to be. And Joe Scarborough and several of them, if you know in advance your witness is going to perjure themselves. This is what was said. Now, it's not quote but it is. I don't want to mess it up, but this is exactly what they were saying this morning. If you know your witness is going to perjure themselves, why would you put them on the stand? And Joe Scarborough even said this. He said, network executives, you know the President of the United States is going to lie to the American people. Why would you put him on TV? I don't know, networks. Why did you put Johnson on TV? Why did you put Nixon on TV? Why did you put Clinton on TV? Huh? Why'd you put Clinton? Why did you put Barack Obama on TV? I don't know. But if you know in advance that your witness is going to perjure himself when he gets on the stand, why would you put your witness on the stand? So Joe Scarborough looks at the camera and says, network executives out there knowing this man will come lying to the American people, you have a duty to end this. Oh, they have done everything. They're screaming all day long. Look at here. To air or not to air, networks face pressure over broadcasting Trump's immigration address. Why would the networks of this country face pressure, okay, to not broadcast this? Why? Why can't the President of the United States come on and say how he plans to correct the issue at the border? Why? Because the American people will be okay with that. What if he puts the Democrats on the spot tonight and says, I will take $5.7 billion, I will give so many thousand DACA, people enrolled in DACA, I will give them work visas, I will grant a pathway, I will grant a pathway to change, getting into the country so that you can, for humanitarian. What if he just says something decent? What if he looks at the camera and is presidential? What if the American people agree or accept what he says tonight? I mean, this is a Brett Kavanaugh move. This is a stopping, okay? Remember when the Democrats were doing anything they possibly could to stop Brett Kavanaugh from going forward? Anything they could. This is the move as far as the networks. And talking to you about the crisis in this country that face us. What if the president exposes some things that the Democrats don't want the American people to hear? As of early Monday evening, CBS, ABC, Fox, and NBC have decided to air the president's address. MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News are also planning to air the speech. And they are going nuts over it. Absolutely crazy about who's going to air this speech and why it should be taken off TV and why the President of the United States should not get a chance to talk to the nation. Why? Because the picture they have painted about the border, the picture they have painted about the lack of crisis that they claim, the picture that they've painted may be exposed tonight by the President of the United States with the American people. They can't risk that. I'm going to go deeper into that. I want to go into what this shutdown has really exposed. And the Democrats want to have a response. Can you imagine today what that group is like fighting on who gets to do the response? I mean, can you? I mean, I bet you that is they're going to get their response. They're going to go out and do it, okay? All right. Now, the State of the Union response. Don't get confused, okay? I don't know. You can look it up. You can Google it and send me a message over the commercial break. But I don't know that there's ever been an address to the nation that had a response. I don't know a Democrat response to it. Okay. See, when the president addresses the nation, he's addressing the Democrats in your district. If he's a Republican, he's addressing the Democrats in your district. He's the president of everybody. All right. And the Democrats are coming out and say, oh, for those of you that this is not your president, which that really upset them when Barack Obama was president, that they would hear or even think that, well, Republicans should respect him as their president. But that's changed now. It's all changed, okay? Now, you have a Democrat response to the State of the Union address. And I understand that. Let's say I understand that and just leave it go. But they do. They have a Democrat has a response to the State of the Union address, okay? And that's gone on for years, whether you think it's right or wrong. But a response to an Oval Office addressing the nation to say, look, the guy that was just on there, he is President of the United States. I know you saw the seal on the desk hanging up behind you. I know it said underneath President of the United States, but he's a no good piece of garbage liar. The guy's a liar. He's nothing but a liar. Let us clear up what lies he just told you. How are we figuring out we're living in a divided nation and we're trying to work towards unifying? Yeah, let's have a Democrat response. Wonder who will give that response tonight. I'm going to take a brief break and we'll be back right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey folks, we're back. Nobody wants to risk the chance of being embarrassed in front of the nation. No, I'm not talking about Alabama last night against Clemson. Oh, that's a great material. But tonight, the Democrats' nerves are shot that they may risk embarrassment in front of the nation with the President of the United States. People may tune in. There's this chance of him being presidential. There's this chance of a backdrop of, this guy can be presidential. When things get serious and things get on the line, he comes to the American people from the Oval Office and says, enough is enough and I must do something as your president of the United States. They're shot. Their nerves are shot. Let me tell you what else their nerves are shot about, because we are on number 16. We are on Ginsburg watch. And I don't mean knives. I don't mean getting a set of Ginsburg knives. That's Ginsu. Well, whatever, right? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay? Missed oral arguments while recovering from cancer surgery. Can we get somebody to run over to the house and check and see if Ginsburg's alive? We need to know. Inquiring minds. Oh, their nerves are shot. You think their nerves are shot? You think their nerves are shot, okay? Because you tell me who's next in line. See, the president didn't want to roll that dice the last time when he went with Kavanaugh. I think there's a little Catholic girl that's waiting in the wings for that next nomination It's going to freak them out. You know who that little Catholic girl is. I think she was a law professor out there at Notre Dame or Notre Dame, whatever the hell, you know. But I'll tell you what, it'd be more than a hunchback ringing the bell if we can't find Ginsburg. All their nerves are shot. We're on Ginsburg watch. She missed oral arguments. Just saying, just saying. Number 19, Ruth Bader Ginsburg missed oral arguments while recovering from cancer. Absent from the Supreme Court. I think we need to get a visual. I think we, and if they prop her up and she looks like she's sleeping at home, you know how she sleeps during oral arguments? I mean, like if she'd have been there, she'd have been sleeping during oral arguments. You know how she sleeps during the State of the Union. If we go by and we check, okay, if we go by to check to see if she's still alive, just saying, you know. And they've got her propped up in there like she's sleeping. We need to run and put the little, mirror under the nose, see if it fogs up. We need to check for the fog. Yeah, she's alive. Need to check. I'm just saying. Okay. So, and you think tonight, you think the border, you think $5.7 billion, whoa, if Trump gets another pick with this one here, whew. So we're on Ruth Bader Ginsburg watch. Now, who gives the response tonight? I just want to say this because I want to have a little fun with this, okay? Who is going to come out and give this Democrat response? Now, if they've already released it in the media, let me know. I haven't had a chance to go look. But I'd like to see. I think they should let number 2, okay? I think they should let this Muslim congresswoman that we changed the rules since like 1834 or something. The rule has been no head coverings in Congress, but now we can wear religious head covering, okay? So I think maybe they should let her expose her to the entire nation, okay? Or what about this one, number 3? And she can go on there and say the effing president wants to put an effing wall on the border. And I said to my son, baby, we're going to impeach the MFer. What about her? Let's let the nation meet her. Our second Muslim congresswoman. Let's let the nation meet her. Maybe. Or none other than their new star, number 4. Crazy Eyes McGinty. No, that's not Crazy Eyes. Well, that's Crazy Eyes. Holy smoke. You know, this is staring right back at me. Maybe she should look at the American people like that. This president wants to build a wall. Just saying. Please get that off. I mean, I don't care what you go to. How about, all right, so anyhow. Here's what, let's go through, they went to, Trump said, he had talked to the other presidents, all right? And I'm telling you, just on and on, Trump says, I've talked to the other presidents about building the wall, and they all agree we need a border. We need border security, and we need a barrier. So here's what the media did. They went to number 10. Former president denies Trump's claim. George W. Bush Clinton denied discussing border wall. Okay, number 11. Another picture. Former president denies Trump's claim. Let's go to number 12. Okay, former president denies. George W. Bush and Clinton denied discussing the wall. Okay, then number 13. The Carter Center, because Jimmy is like 97 and a half years old, they tweeted out, I have not discussed the border wall with President Trump and do not support him on the issue. Jimmy Carter, that one was important. And then this one is in limbo. How low can you go, Democrats and CNN? Number 14. You know, right now they're saying Obama's not released a statement on whether Trump talked to him about a border wall. So they put all of them up, but they say former presidents deny Trump's claim. I mean, this is all this guy's going to do, okay? Number 17, Trump declares national security crisis at the border. National security crisis at the border. So let's go through a couple things that they are trying to paint an ugly picture of. And let me see where I have that. Give me number 20. Partial government shutdown enters day 18. They have a TSA agent checking your passport, checking your ticket. They may not come to work, okay? Let's go to the... just want to show you some of the things that they were putting up, some of the propaganda pieces that they're using this morning on several of the networks. Let's go to number 41. So what they did is they went to everywhere they could to find a sign saying that they're closed. Because of the lapse in federal appropriations, the White House Visitor Center is closed, area closed. That's one. Let's go to number 42. Now let's stick on this. Federal workers will miss Paycheck Friday. Okay. 800,000 employees and their families will have to do without. Now, here is the thing, is CNN, MSNBC, ABC, I don't think it bothers them at all to write 800,000 employees and their families will have to do without. I think if they realize what they were really doing, and I know how that sounds, that I go in here and I say, yeah, they have an agenda, but at 5:02 this morning, if they realized what they're doing is they're exposing the American people that a partial shutdown equals 800,000 people. Now, like I said on the show yesterday, the true problem here, and my hope is that Trump goes the complete distance with it, okay? You remember, it's like when Schwarzkopf, was that his name? When we went to push Iraq out of Kuwait and we stopped, we didn't go to Baghdad then, we didn't go the first time, and we said, hey, we reached the agenda, so we left the mandate and what we said we were going to do. I would like to see, here's what I'd like to see. I hope we don't just get $5.7 billion for a wall and move on. I would really love to see this be an opportunity for the President of the United States to take a chance at overhauling so many things. I'm hoping the President of the United States sees this as an opportunity, because here's the thing, okay? 800,000 employees and their families will have to do without. Without what? It's like they didn't finish the sentence. What will they have to do without? Will they have to cut back on their cable next month, like ordinary Americans, the people out here in the private sector? Will they have to do without that extra family outing meal like us out here in the private sector? Will they have to make some changes in their life? Because let me tell you what a federal worker has. And there are needs in some areas for us to have federal workers. That's a long show in itself, so quit yelling. But let me tell you something. They have no fear whatsoever on the 1st and the 15th, or whatever it is they get those 2 checks a month, that their employer, okay, will have a bad month. and not be able to make payroll. They live in no fear that the phones will stop ringing and people will stop ordering whatever they order from the company, and the office manager comes in and says, we have to cut 3 salespeople, or we have to cut 4 people in the warehouse, sales are not up, or we have to cut your hours. They know nothing about that, nothing whatsoever, okay? So when you say do without what? Now, yesterday I read an article to you that you could go to Forbes magazine. I think it was written last Friday, okay? And nowhere in any of this talk, and I certainly hope the president has an opportunity to really make his case tonight to the American people. And know what you're going to say, well, the crisis on the border and the government shutdown needs to be the priority. I disagree, okay? I disagree. I read this article yesterday to you. Now we have 2 years data. We have 2 years data to compare Barack Hussein Obama to Donald John Trump, okay? And Obama's first 2 years, government grew 6-1, outpacing manufacturing. 6-1. Which did what? Democrats' dreamboat. What did it do? It continued to make more people beholden to your local, city, state, and federal government. All government included in this study. 6-1 outpaced manufacturing. So many of you are living in counties that if you combine your county employees, your city employees, okay, your Board of Education employees, don't get upset if you combine everybody together, your county government is the largest employer. And I mean the entire county government, whether under the umbrella, city, your cities, your Board of Education, meaning all of your schools, your teachers, administrators, superintendent, okay, and your county itself, road, courthouse, whatever, everything. If you combine those 3, you're living in a county where the largest employer is not the manufacturer that used to be down the road, or not 3 other companies combined that are in your county. Many of you are living in counties now that the government is the #1 employer in the county by the time you put everything together. EMS, I mean, they work for the government. And the first 2 years of Barack Hussein Obama, the dependency, they want the dependency on the government. And the dependency went up 6-1 versus manufacturing in 2 years alone. In 2 years alone, Trump flipped that 5-1 in the opposite direction. Manufacturing is growing 5 times faster than government. I thought that's what we wanted, Republicans. Don't get on the debt, the national debt. Okay, that's one that we cannot talk about today. It's not Donald Trump's fault that the national debt is raking up as fast as it can. But President Trump went 5-1. He's changed that. That has flipped. Manufacturing's outpacing government dependency, 5-1 growth. They can't take that. That's what this is exposing. Federal workers will miss paychecks Friday. Guess what it is? Okay? I'm going to tell you something. There's no better time. There's no better time. There are stories where, I think out in Indiana, somebody sent me a story yesterday I read in an article. There are stories where food stamp cards are not working. They're not working. I'm just going to tell you this. It is absolutely a perfect time to figure out who the able-bodied Americans are that may be able to get off their ass and fill one of the many jobs that we need people to work in, whether it is in the restaurant industry, janitorial services, like with a mop, damn it. I don't care if you are white. Guess what? But I'm white. I don't give a rat's. Okay? You could actually be white and mop the floor. It would work, okay? Or you could actually be white and cut grass. You could actually be white and do the dishes. You can do that, okay? I'm sorry, nothing makes me madder than sorry-ass white people. Daggone it, I know I always go too far. One step too far. Reel it back in, man. Where's the medication when you need it? But anyhow, here's the thing, okay? It's a perfect time, I'm not joking, to expose the able-bodied people that could go out and do some sort of job. Hey, but we have people that need their food and children. Right, let's sort through who they are. It's a perfect time. It's a perfect time to find out how many of these 800,000 people and which ones we need to truly let go. It's a great time. They can find a job. They would be able to find a job. Let them go. Bring back whoever they need. We have a way to make the tax refunds. That was all a lie, folks. The government will make your tax refund. It'll come back to you. You'll get your tax refund. Okay? And maybe right now we realize, hey, to me, here's what we need. We need some border security. We need airport security. We need somebody to pick up the trash. I think we can start figuring out of the 800,000 really needs to come back. It's one of those things, we don't need all of them to come back. Wouldn't it be nice if 800,000 employees, if 400 went out in the private sector? You can get a job. Went out in the private sector and maybe only 400,000 came back. Wouldn't that be awesome? I think this exposes more than the Democrats want you to know. And I think it's a perfect time for Trump to take advantage of this. Folks, let me tell you something. If you don't understand what was built around Washington, D.C. in the last 10 years, go out to just take the interstate 60-something or 60 or whatever it is, out of D.C. out through Virginia, towards Winchester, Virginia. Go down through Alexandria. Go down through there. Look at the subdivisions that they built. And they're not cheap houses. There's 300,000 is the poor side of town. These are 375, 425. And they're government workers. Oh, there's no reason that you don't understand why Northern Virginia is blue. Look what they've done. Number 43, area closed. Okay? Look at the car with their little camping gear. Area's closed. Sorry, folks. Moose should have told you. Number 44, this is what they're trying to paint a picture. All Smithsonian museums and National Zoo are closed today due to the government shutdown. I'll guarantee you in the National Zoo there's a provision to feed the animals. Okay? And yes, children, we can't go to the Smithsonian this weekend. I was going Thursday. Well, that's got to change. Okay? Number 45, this is what they're actually doing. And I don't know if they're trying to, whose sympathy they're trying to get. The National Air and Space Museum is closed today. Okay? This changes everything for me. I did not realize we had plans to go to the National Air, and when they reopen, I mean, there's no way I can't reschedule that once it's reopened. All right, my life will never be. Number 46. This is their prize picture right here. 2:03 a.m. They start right out of the box with this. Trump TV speech on immigration tonight, also visiting the border. But what's the picture in the background? The picture is of trash, which I still say yesterday, who are these people who keep throwing the trash? Don't you realize the damn trash can's full? I mean, I can't take this. What the hell's wrong with you? I want to know who the hell the people are that rode by and said the trash can's full. But he's taking a little ride there with his little boy, and he's going by the trash can, and trash is everywhere. And I mean, and they've got their head protective gear on. That's what's wrong with us, guys. You ever figured it out? I mean, we didn't have bicycle helmets. I'm not going to go down that road, but we all know what's wrong with us. We didn't have bicycle helmets, all right? So there's the trash, and now here is a nice one, number 47. Right out of the box, 2:03 a.m. this morning. It means 5 o'clock in the morning. First thing, TV speech on immigration tonight. Washington Monument with the 2 trash cans, right? They are disgusting. One more, number 48. The National Gallery of Art is closed. The Gallery of Art is closed. That's what the problem is here. Gallery of Art. And Democrats wanting their equal time. Well, folks, let me tell you something, and we're going to get back to the crisis and why the president is going to address the nation tonight, okay? Why he's addressing the nation. And I do want to do something about last night as far as the Imagine Dragons there. Now, here's the lie, okay? Number 25. NBC has new information that Trump immigrants in terror database stopped at the by CBP. First half of 2018. 6 on the southern border, 41 on the northern border. So they're working so hard to tell you that Trump's statistics is their lies, okay? But let me show you this, and let's talk about this when I come back and do a roundup. Josh, give me number 1. $7,016 within a year has gone to $25,172. We'll explain why this is the national crisis and it needs to be just enough. Okay? Take us to break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
We're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Stuffed garlic knots, breadsticks, bone-out wings, pasta, and new Cinnabon mini rolls. We're the $5 lineup with the best sides for your pizza.
$5
Each. Choose 2 or more, $5 each. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We got a great 30 minutes left here. Want to cover a lot of stuff. If you ever want to contact the show, you can reach us at 706-889-9700 right there, and all the social media ways to stay in touch with the show. How many parents out there today in the United States are wanting to see how they can get their son to play for Dabo Swinney? I'll tell you, amazing. You know, and I was wondering last night, I love the networks. They got to cringe at this guy just loving Jesus so much. I mean, I'm not making fun. I'm just saying, I listen to him. I enjoy it. The character of this guy's quality. And I'm thinking, oh, the media has to hate all this Jesus loving from this guy. But you know, a lot of parents, how many parents today are trying to figure out how to get their kids to play for Dabo Swinney? Great, again, Clemson Tigers winning. It has started. David Perdue, I was looking here, this is sponsored and paid for by Purdue for Senate. And they could target markets. So I'm a target right here. Oh, wow, can I think that out? Nope, I'm a target. Whew. I got to be careful the way I say that. 4 years ago this week, you sent an outsider to the United States Senate. We've already made a difference, but we've got a lot of work to do. I ran as an outsider. I'm going to do this job as an outsider. David Perdue, I'm telling you, I put it on the map. Keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on Senator Perdue, and we'll start working our way to getting him on the show more often. We haven't that much. We have some new changes in Congressman Doug Collins' office, considering he is now the ranking member of the Judicial Committee. I got a note yesterday some of our contact points are changing because they're putting a communications director in place just to handle communications for the committee, the Justice Department Committee or Justice Committee, that he is the ranking Republican. All right, so here's what I want to get to so I can close up the day. I want to put number one back up. All right. And I want to say this as quickly as possible. All right. They're working all day long to convince you that no matter what the president says is a lie. Okay. They're scratching the surface to see if they can rearrange data in any way whatsoever to make it look like there's not a crisis. You know there's a caravan. I know. Okay. We know that the president didn't make that up. Here's a stat from Fox News Sunday that is accurate. They are using the one statistic, the 4,000, okay, that were picked out, saying that they were people trying to cross the border that came from suspected high terror areas, suspected of high terror areas in the world. And they're trying to use that back and forth with Chris Wallace and Sarah Sanders on Sunday. They're doing everything they can, but they will leave this stat alone for a reason. And this is what I'm hoping, President Trump, that you will do. Or I'm hoping that Rush Limbaugh, you will call President Trump and tell him this is what he should do. He should use this stat alone, that November 2017, 7,016 family units were apprehended. Now remember, when I say family units, that doesn't mean there's 7,000 individuals. They're family units, what they call a unit. Maybe there's 4 in a family unit. Maybe there's 3. Maybe there's 6. I don't know. So even if we use 3 times 7 is 21,000. Okay? That was November of 2017. All right? Now, there is a humanitarian crisis, because I tell you what the American people don't want is like me. We don't want to see these children come to the border hungry. We don't want to see these children come to the border and don't have a warm blanket and somewhere where they can lay their head at night. We don't want to do that. We're not evil. We do have a humanitarian crisis on our border. And what made them believe they should come? Everybody talks about the crisis on the border with these kids and the crisis on the border with the moms and tear gas. But what led these people to believe that this is the place to come to? What led these people to believe that they would just cross our border? I mean, whoever talks about that? It's the crisis on the border, never the crisis before the border. We have a lot of reporting during the holidays of Tijuana. We have a lot of reporting of what happened through Mexico. We have a lot of reporting. Who told them to leave Guam? Who told them to leave Honduras? Who told them to make their way across Mexico? But we do have a humanitarian crisis on the border, and we also have a humanitarian crisis in south of the border that they need to handle. November 2018. Okay, 1 year later, 25,117 family units apprehended at our border, southern border. 25. It went from 7 to 25,000 in a year. Family units. Folks, you need to understand, this is costing $155 billion a year of your money. You need to understand, this is collapsing your schools. Collapsing your schools. If you're upset with your property taxes, your school property tax, your property tax, it's collapsing your healthcare systems. Okay? It's collapsing it. You don't have the money for rural hospitals. Okay? A lot of these people move into areas that have rural hospitals. They're collapsing. The big hospitals, they're financially, they can't do it. They're wanting government money, more and more of it. This right here is a crisis in this country that you cannot continue and go down that road of your hospitals, your education system, every single thing from housing, subsidized housing, to subsidizing their food, everything. You can't do it anymore. This is a national crisis. We have to close our borders and take care of ourselves and take care of our own children and stop the drugs. This alone is what the President of the United States should really focus on tonight and go after, because that'll connect with Americans. Drugs, opiates, pouring across borders has to stop killing our kids. It's killing our kids. It's killing a generation. So there is a crisis on the border. The president can make that case tonight. And, you know, I don't want to say just ignore the Democrats. Hey, Gavin Newsom, is that his name? The new governor of California is guaranteeing health care for everybody? Yeah, everybody. Okay. Illegals. Okay. New York City mayor guarantees health care for all. I haven't had a chance to look at that. We'll see. We will see. Now, I want to do this before I leave, because it's upsetting to me that we continue to go down this road. Give me number 31, excuse me. Number 31, okay? Now, I made a joke earlier about Puff the Magic Dragon, and we've gone to Imagine Dragons. Now, we have gone to, and let me just say this, okay? We're in major trouble. We don't have an identity crisis. We have an identity gender crisis in this country. Okay? And what is happening within our country and trying to tear down from within, all right? You have California, you have, I don't think they have to, there's a third slot for a gender. We said that on a show a year ago. New York City, you can change that. We have a whole generation of kids now, all right? We have the millennials. We have, you think it's bad with the purple-haired and the blue-haired kids today that are 18 and 19. The kids that are born, that are 5 years old, that are starting school, all right, and getting ready to go through the next 18 years of indoctrination of this country, or the next 10 years of their life, 15 years. This crisis we have with a gender identity is big, folks. This could be one of the biggest internal tearing down of this country like you've never seen. I know what you're saying. You're saying, you're going to go to this right now? I'm just telling you, you know, we sing along, and that's what gets me, all right? The Imagine Dragons come on last night. It's a halftime show. They have an audience. They have a captive audience. So what you're going to say this morning is, you know how many people really last night knew what was on his T-shirt? But guess what? It's blown up across the internet this morning. But last night, maybe mom was singing one of these songs. I wasn't singing. I didn't like it at all. Okay, all right. Mom and dad singing the songs, kids singing the songs. Just saying. We have a sing-along. But we don't really know what we're singing along to. Now these guys here, they have some catchy tunes. If you're riding in the car and they come on, I mean, there's some catchy tunes. But these people right here support not LGBT, not that they don't support that. They support transgender causes right here. Imagine that the Imagine Dragons do that. I go to number 32. Okay. Do you know who this is? All right. So, is it Tegan? Tegan and Sarah launched new foundation to fight for LGBTQ women. Okay? LGBTQ women. The Canadian Pop Sisters have also partnered with Keels to support queer youth. Okay, that's who they are. Okay, they're pop stars. Okay, Tegan and Sarah launched new foundation to fight for LGBTQ women. Okay, the Canadian Pop Sisters, their Pop Sisters, have also partnered with Keel to support queer youth. Okay, and if you go to this one website I have here, there's all of these videos here. Now, singer wears T-shirt. Go back to the Imagine Dragons. Imagine this. Singer wears T-shirt, okay, for pro-LGBTQ Tegan and Sarah Foundation at college football halftime show. Now that T-shirt is a pro support for these queer youth, okay? Singers wear T-shirt. Tegan and Sarah Foundation. Imagine Dragons singers Dan Reynolds wore a T-shirt promoting the pro-LGBTQ Tegan and Sarah Foundation during his performance at the Alabama-Clemson College National Championship game halftime show Monday. Here is the concert. There's a video here that shows it. And then there's Tegan and Sarah Foundation, okay, is right there. You can pull up the Tegan, and you can pull up the T-shirt he's wearing. And one more time, what's the other one? Tegan and Sarah. Give that picture back for me. And Tegan and Sarah launched new foundation to fight LGBT women, also support queer youth. All right, just do a damn halftime show. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something right now, and I know, I'm just telling you right now. Go to number. I had it here earlier today. I thought I sent it to you. The Congresswoman with her flag outside her door. I don't know what number that was, Josh. I might have not sent it. There it is. And that's the Congresswoman from Virginia Newen. That is the transgender pride flag there. I'm going to tell you something. In 2019, if you don't pay attention to how they're trying to change in schools, don't yell, well, my school's, I didn't say all your school is bad. If you don't see how they're trying to change in this next generation, gender identity, you better pay attention this year, folks. Better pay close attention to what's going on. Imagine that the Imagine Dragons would be supporting this cause with these pop singers and the queer youth of America. I'm your host, BKP. Take a brief break because I want to cover a couple more things to go away. I'm going to have about 4 or 5 minutes when I come back, and I got a couple things I want to talk about before we close today. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
At Pizza Hut, we're more than just $5 medium one-topping pizzas. Whoa, wait, medium pizzas? For $5? And all these sides, only $5? I'm speechless. The new $5 lineup, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Let me get some things dialed up here I'm working on. Number one, Apple. We got to figure out tomorrow. I got a little bit of a blue tint there. I apologize that. We got to work on that tomorrow, Josh. I can't have that again tomorrow like that. I got a little bit of blue tint there, so I don't know what's going on with the screen. Apologize for that. And I'm not doing a Blue Man show, so I got to be careful there, Josh. Number 18. Apple is down. Don't believe the Apple lie where they try to put their stock in their company parallel to a Chinese trade deal with China and Trump. Don't believe it. Want to leave you with that today. Don't go for that. Do not fall for that. President Donald Trump has put out a congratulations to Clemson, okay, on their win. And we got to have this little joke. What was that picture I sent you earlier? Nick Saban. This is what Nick Saban looked like. There you go. That had to surface on the internet. That's if you haven't watched the Bird Box on Netflix. There you go. Nick Saban there. The interesting thing is that, Alabama did not get the Alabama calls last night that they felt they were going to get. Nothing went their way. So there you go. We had that. Wanted to show you that really quick. Let me see if there's anything else I missed here that I don't want to go without saying. Don't want to lose here, Josh. I think we went through most of our pictures for the day. And I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And don't leave now. It's time for Instant Replay with Dave Garner. They're going to be talking a little bit. We taped this show early. They're going to talk a little bit about the national championship game. But, that's yesterday's news. It is pre-recorded, but there's a whole lot of stuff on this show, Instant Replay, that they're discussing concerning Gilmer Wrestling and other things going on in North Georgia you want to stay tuned for. So Instant Replay with Dave Garner is now. I'll be back tomorrow morning at the same time, 8 a.m., and you have a nice rainy afternoon. But don't forget, it was a Georgia boy from Cartersville that showed Nick Saban the road back to Bama. That was the only tide rolling last night. Take us out of here.